everyone. Amy will be right up. I want to let, if you haven't been here before, the bathrooms are downstairs over here and to the front of the building. So if you need to do that, don't forget to shut your phones off. I always forget.
Oh, I did too.
You've been listening to a guitar player named Duck Baker. He's going to be performing here on Thursday, May 17th, and he's doing the entire repertoire of Thelonious Monk. So it's there's been very few guitar players that have attempted that, so it was inspired. And then get on my mailing list because there's a whole bunch of stuff. Bill Kirchin's playing here as well in June, so a bunch of, and always tons of crazy jazz. So thanks for coming out here and supporting live music and seeing friends of ours play. I mean, Amy's been here 8-9 times now between Rick and Abilene and Bop Shop Records. It's kind of adding up to family.
She's a Rochesterian.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So, anyway, here she comes. Please welcome Amy Rigby.
Hi. They let me out of the basement. It's scary down there. There's a lot of records. But that's why we're here, because we love records. And I've got a new one. And I'm going to play some stuff from that. And some old favorites, hopefully. When you're around, it's like the 90s all over again. It's not the way that you dress, it's just the way that you are. We talk about the past, it went so fast we didn't see it end. I wanna do it again. I wanna get in your car and turn the radio off so we can choose between CD and cassette. All hail fellow well met when a brew was a brew and we knew what we knew, 'cause there was less to forget. Was it you who once said, are we still there yet? Are we still there yet? You took a stand and set your hand for the left of the dial. You were somebody then, you're somebody now. Who wrote the song about a boy with an invisible smile? I'm not so sure how it goes. If you're not dead, take a bow and turn the radio off so we can choose between CD and cassette. All hail fellow well met when a brew was a brew and we knew what we knew, 'cause there was less to forget. Was it you who once said, are we still there yet? 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 Sneaking, I'm sneaking up on the past. If everyone remembers is what everyone remembers, gonna be the last word. Leaving, I'm leaving, a half-empty glass. I drank the rest down, now I'm hanging around. I don't have to ask for permission. Do I? Do I? Do I? Do I? Do I? Cruiser, cruiser, there on the strip. Open it out, and when they all start to shout, that's when you let it rip, and you're flying, flying. Who would have thought? See the slow burner, she's a nice little learner, taking a shot. Don't have to pay for it. Do I? 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 Thank you. It's that kind of weather. Like, yeah, one minute I'm hot, one minute I'm cold. I just got to take this jacket off. Hold on just a second. There's like a. Thank you for coming. I think it's some sort of storm coming tonight, but I think we're safe. We're safe in here. Let's see. We're in Rochester. I grew up just down the road in Pittsburgh. And have you any of you been there? Recently, right? It's cool, it's groovy, they make beer and have good food, but you know, growing up there in the 60s and 70s, it was filthy. It was, it always looked like it was dusk because it was so polluted, and we had sports, and that's about it. So I wrote a song about being from there and having to go back. I used to dream that I'd have everything. Fame, cash, fancy home, my very own brass ring. I made some money last week. I live the life I choose. But I'm playing Pittsburgh tonight. I got the hometown blues. I left at 16 'cause I couldn't take more. Nobody tried to hold me back. They helped me pack and held the door. I've been around this world. I thought I paid my dues. But I'm playing Pittsburgh tonight. I got the hometown blues. ground. It's the only way they could get him back to town. I lack self-esteem. It's a Pittsburgh thing. You just ain't worth nothing without that Super Bowl ring. Bad memories. They used to laugh at my shoes. But I'm playing Pittsburgh tonight. I got the hometown blues. Hey, look at me. I came to share my gift. But I feel like Carrie right before the bucket slipped. See, I got a need to revive the bruise. So I'm playing Pittsburgh tonight. I got the hometown blues. Yeah, I'm playing Pittsburgh tonight. I got the hometown blues. Don't wanna play Pittsburgh tonight. I got the hometown blues. Ooh. We are family. Hometown blues. Thank you. Thanks. That's on the new album. I'm gonna send one out to my husband, Reckless Eric. He's not here tonight. He just flew over to London to play his own shows, and I was so touched when I came in tonight and I saw that Tom has this sign that Eric painted for these house concerts we do. We live on the other side of the state and in the Hudson Valley, and anyway, it was our 10th wedding anniversary a couple days ago. Just never thought that would happen, but so I'm gonna play two songs in a row that are like a little bit of a little second marriage for me, and kind of our story, and it's all it's sort of like a little Broadway show in 6 minutes. You know that one with like Lucy Arnaz, and what was that called? They're Playing Our Song, I think it was called, and they were both songwriters, and well, it's a modern version of that. You know I love you 100% of the amount I'm capable of loving you. And you know I need you to the fullest extent it's feasible for me to be needing you. I believe in us as much or maybe more than I've ever believed in anything before. In a world full of doubt, don't know what I'm sure about, but you don't suck, so I'm cynically yours. It's true I mistrust you, but don't take it the wrong way. I'm more gullible than I've ever been. And if they held a contest for the person most likely to fall for your bull, I'd probably win. The thought of us together doesn't fill me with dread. I can picture being with you till one or both of us is dead. At the end of the day, I've got nothing good to say, but you don't suck, so I'm cynically yours. I, your loving Amy Rigby, take you, Reckless Eric, because frankly, I'm just too tired to look around anymore. You You drive reasonably well, are no deeper in debt than I am. Have most of your own teeth and not much of a prison record, so that's good. Plus, you claim to love my ass, and I have a tape to prove it, which makes me think maybe this thing really could work. However, in the event that our mutual disappointment outweighs the positive aspects of this union, we agree to part without the destruction of crockery, automobiles, or each other's good name in print or in song. At the end of the day, I've got nothing good to say, but you don't suck, so I'm cynically yours. No, you don't suck, so I'm cynically yours. One more time. You don't suck unless I tell you to, so I'm cynically yours. It was a cold December night. I was sorting out my life. You were heading for a mess, but you didn't know it yet. As I pushed in through the crowd, you were turning your amp up loud. Then our eyes met. Do you remember that? Then 11 months go past. I'm stuck in Cleveland pumping gas. When you called me on the phone, said you were back to living on your own. I celebrated in my head, laughing at everything you said. Then the battery went flat. Do you remember that? Do you remember Glasgow and that pub we went to? Everyone said that I should stay away from you, but I didn't listen. You took me out for steak and we heard P.P. Arnold. You drove your car the wrong way down a one-way street. Then we were kissing. Okay, I made that last part up. It wasn't till we next met up. You had me over for some tea, and we played guitar, sang me and Bobby McGee, danced to Crazy Elephant, wondering where the bad times went. You changed my life in seconds flat. Do you remember that? Do you remember Glasgow and that pub we went to? Everyone said that I should stay away from you, but I didn't listen. You took me out for steak and we heard P.P. Arnold. You drove your car the wrong way down a one-way street. What am I missing? The way we all began in Hull. You wrote a song so magical, I learned it halfway around the world, and wish that I could be your girl. Yola Tango liked it too, but as for Je t'aime moi non plus, that New Year's Eve they backed us up. We really fucked it up. Together we were crap. Do you remember that? I can't believe Tom asked us back. He don't remember that. Thank you so much. Wow. I was just thinking how, like, when Eric and I, we moved, for our second date, we moved to France. And literally, like we moved deep to the French countryside, and Tom was here at the Bob Shop. Was when he was over in that other location. He was almost, it was almost like an intervention, or a kind of like he was a savior, because like we were kind of, it helped to have these. I mean, it's beautiful and it's wonderfully romantic and all in France, except it is also just like empty and quiet and just, coming over and playing shows in America just really kind of like gave us joy that you just can't find in France. I'm sorry. They are not a joyful people. Don't let anybody, So yeah, just it was great to come and play in that atrium and what's that? Yeah, it was just, and I'll always remember just like that first time we came, and just what a great welcome we had, and so just happy. So I think we kind of, when we knew we were going to move back. Well, he'd never lived in America. He's English, and he said, "I'm willing to give it a go." And we said, even if we have to live in Rochester, it's got to be better than this. So, together we have a life of playing these shows and traveling all over, and sometimes you wonder why you went somewhere, and sometimes it's simply just to like get a new song out of it. There are places that you hear of all your life, but never make a plan to get to. And I've been running out of time to do the things I want, with too much shit to get through. There are people who I love, I only see when I lie sleeping on my pillow. But I think that I can make it all work out when I get back from Amarillo. Got dirty laundry in my suitcase and a bad case of the 50-something blues. Feel like the whole world went and spun the other way. I just saw it on the news. I try to meditate and cogitate and contemplate the why and how and will. Oh, I expect I'll have the answer to it all when I get back from Amarillo. I wish I knew what my life is coming to. What brought me here? Maybe I'll just have a beer, glass of wine, be thankful for a little bit of space to think. I hope that it's okay, I still drink. These places that you hear of all your life, some days you wake up and you're in one. And they become forever part of who you are, except maybe for Cleveland. And you leave something behind they'll never scrub away with elbow grease and Brillo. And I know that I'll be more of who I am when I get back from Amarillo. I expect I'll have the answers to it all when I get back from Amarillo. Thanks. Yeah, that's on the new record, and I think as you get older, hopefully, get a little more perspective, and I think I used to be a lot more evil. But I don't know, those. Maybe you try to work some of those things out, but they're still there, maybe that's it. You fool yourself more. You say you'd like to kill the man who broke my heart. You don't think he should be allowed to live. You say you want to shoot the dude who screwed me up. Me, I'm trying so hard to forgive. But here's his address, here's his picture, here's the make and model of his car. He works until 4:30, then he hangs out at the topless bar with a girl on each arm. If he should come to harm, just keep it to yourself. Remember how he cheated and he lied to me. You told me that it makes you lose your head. I see they're pouring concrete on Route 33. I don't believe you do those things you said. But here's his address, here's his picture, here's his pager number and his cell. He works out at the health club, and he really likes to watch himself flexing in the mirror. If he should disappear, just keep it to yourself. I like the way that you take care of me. I like the way you say that you'll take care of things. Ba 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 ba. So here's his address, here's his picture, here's the make and model of his car. He works until 4:30, then he hangs out at the topless bar with a girl on each arm. If he should buy the farm, just keep it to yourself. Just keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. They say to keep your friends close at hand and your enemies nearer. They say the greatest thing that we have to fear is a fear. One hand washes the other. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. And whatever goes around is sure to come back around. They say that justice can be swift and sometimes blind. Try to give peace a chance, but that's a lesson for another time. There's something rotten in this joint, and everybody has a boiling point. Today that self-serving piece of work is going down. In my mind, I'm Nucky Thompson. In my mind, I'm Tony Soprano. In my mind, I'm Walter White. I know what's right. I believe in the basic decency of man. I try to spread happiness and sunshine wherever I can. Yeah, I may be a little weak, and I've been known to turn the other cheek, but that was back in a different place, a simpler time. I've given everyone I met the benefit of the doubt. But if you make like a snake in the grass, bitch, I'm calling you out. See, there's a new sheriff in this town. I gotta turn my operation around. And there's no going back when some sack of shit crosses the line. In my mind, I'm Nucky Thompson. In my mind, I'm Tony Soprano. In my mind, I'm Walter White. I know what's right. I know what's right. Was it worth the hurt and hassle, and the bridges burned and cash that you blew through? Build a city of sandcastles in the time it takes to swim from Malibu. And your family all stood up to take a bow. Are you floating in the atmosphere right now, Robert Altman? In a screening room on Sunset, are we done yet? Is it time to fill the ring? Still the stranger's heart you treasured couldn't measure your success by reckoning. I hear voices overlapping everywhere, and they're saying it was you who put them there, Robert Altman. Did the dreamers and the players, the nabobs and the naysayers give you pause? Just like betting on the horses, the true course is not the way to win applause. When the zipper on your windbreaker gets stuck, is persistence just the opposite of luck? Robert Altman. This is for all the artists here tonight. And gosh, you know, using real people in songs these days, it's dangerous because chances are they're going to be shamed and kind of, you know, like kicked out of our lives and our memories and our, you know, there won't be allowed to be our inspiration anymore. I don't know, you know, I mean, I think Robert Altman, there's definitely stories about him that he wasn't the easiest person to work for, but at the same time, I've played that song a bunch of places, and you know, he made so many movies and hired so many people that, I mean, there might even be someone here tonight. I've had every night somebody has come up and said, you know, I worked for Bob and he was great and he would love that song. And that makes me, I just keep hoping there's no like horrible dirt that's going to come out about him and shit. Summertime in '83, the year that we made history, but didn't have the energy to tell a soul except you and me, selling off Fiesta plates, ate loaves of bread and gained no weight from pecan waffles on the roof, the summer of my wasted youth. Summertime in '83, the last time I took LSD, but listening to Patsy Cline and Skeeter Davis really blew my mind. Played the boombox in the courtyard, never used a credit card, still took a trip by Greyhound bus. The summer I believed in us. Pushed plaster cows down city streets, wore thrift store skirts with little pleats, smoked pot and sat around all day, bought a guitar but didn't try to play. Hey, 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 yeah. Summertime in '83, I didn't need a job cause unemployment kept me free to study country harmony and find somebody with a car, drink cheap beer in the Polish bar, take photos in the photo booth, the summer of my wasted youth. The summer of my wasted youth. The summer of my wasted youth. Thanks. I'm kind of winging it tonight, and I know there's this thing you do here in Rochester every year. It's like everybody gets this assignment, and you write this funny song. Is there anybody here who's? Did I dream that? I saw, and it just sounded like such a fun thing that I like. Every year, I think I want to do that. I want to be part of like this kind of mass songwriting excursion, but you say it's obviously something I fantasized about. It's real.
And next year when you move to Rochester.
Right. When we come, that's right. But yeah. So I tend to think of you guys as being like aficionados of humorous songs, and here's one. I'm gonna. This is, I moved to Nashville. I lived there for about 5 years. And it was this, I didn't know at the time, I thought it was kind of a dump, and I couldn't get any, aside from that kind of Southern food, you couldn't get good bagels, you couldn't get a good Italian food. I missed all my food from the Northeast. But, and that's pretty much how I judge a place, is like what the food's like. But it was really, in retrospect, a magic time before Jack White moved to Nashville, which he's done amazing things, but it got discovered by and it's so crowded and expensive now, and I moved there in this magic time where someone like me could actually get a songwriting deal, a publishing deal with a publisher. To write songs for other artists, and it was just really kind of changed my life. But I maybe signing with Lawrence Welk in Nashville, maybe that wasn't like the best company to be with, because he was dead anyway. His son Larry Jr. ran and still runs the company, but that was my boss. But I hoped that I would get a big cut by somebody else, someone who sells like millions of records. But it didn't happen. But I kept trying, and they said your songs are really good for women, and I thought, well, I'll try writing one for a man. And this is what I came up. I used to love her. We were so happy. Everything was looking up. She kept me feeling like a real man, but sometimes it ain't enough. I wanna lose her, but I still use her. Lord, you'd think I had no spine. I hate every bone in her body but mine. That woman haunts me, she always wants me, and it's making me a wreck. I tried to break up, she didn't hear it, with her legs around my neck. I wanna dump her, but I still hump her, and I feel like such a swine. I hate every bone in her body but mine. Oh, someone explain it to me. I don't understand this part. It should be getting easier, but it keeps staying hard. I'm always coming, wish I was going. Thought I could walk away just fine. I hate every bone in her body but mine. I said I've had it, but we're still at it. I ought to put this thing in brine. I hate every bone in her body. Yes, I hate every bone in her body. Lord, I hate every bone in her body but mine. heart that needs you. There's nowhere you can go but down if you do. To turn your back on someone will make you sorry, I can guarantee. Don't make the fatal error of you thinking you'll find someone better, 'cause you won't. Don't break the heart that needs you. Don't. Is history too much for you to handle? A little too much wax burned off the candle. If curiosity has made you restless, don't stray too far or else you may regret it. Don't break the heart that needs you. There's nowhere you can go but down if you do. To turn your back on someone will make you sorry, I can guarantee. Don't make the fatal error of thinking you'll find someone better, 'cause you won't. Don't break the heart that needs you. Don't. Is happiness your main consideration? You can't escape the pain and obligation. A break is what you want, well, you won't get it. Your love can last, but only if you let it. Don't break the heart that needs you. There's nowhere you can go but down if you do. To turn your back on someone will make you sorry, I can guarantee. Don't make the fatal error of thinking you'll find someone better, 'cause you won't. Don't break the heart that needs you. Don't break the heart that needs you. Don't break the heart that needs you. Don't. Thank you. I don't know why it came up with this great video of, it was some Bob Dylan anniversary, like a 30th anniversary of maybe his first, it was something from the 90s. It was Madison Square Garden, and they were doing My Back Pages. It was Roger McGuinn, Bob Dylan. There was George Harrison, and there was Neil and Tom Petty, and it just, yeah, it was a boys' club. It was the old guys, but we love them all, and it just made me cry a little bit, but they all were shining like so. Well, George kind of looked like a pimp. It was not a good period for any of Neil, classic plaid shirt, ragged jeans, but yeah, that it was must have been like the early '90s, because yeah, George had this like porn star mustache and this purple, like very wide-shouldered, but and Bob didn't look so great either, but but Tom just looked so beautiful, and I don't know why I'm telling, I'm traveling around alone. You get a little bit like crazy, and you just you just want to talk. That's what Eric and I do when we tour together. We just talk about records and music, and I'm sure we sound like boring nerds. If anyone overheard us, they would just be shaking their heads like, "Oh, these boring old people. They're just, get a life." But that's there's probably, like cars, like, couples in cars, like, parked right next to us at a stoplight, just, having those same conversations, and we turn and say, like, "Oh, look at those boring old people," and that's, they're probably talking about cream or something, not like half and half, but but anyway, so I picked up my 12-string and played along with them this morning, but and I'm going to play you one that I wrote. I'm not going to play a Dylan cover, but this was inspired by many, many Dylan covers and the Nobel Prize given to Bob, and what Philip Roth, the writer, was thinking, and now he's been passed over again because they've said no literature prize this year. So I think, Phil's really going to be feeling this song now. It's called From Philip Roth at Gmail to rzimmerman@aol.com. As you step out onto that Nobel stage, spare a thought for the man who labors on the page. When you're standing in the spotlight where you've always been, I'll be alone with the pen, alone with the pen. When they lay that medal on your crooked heart, cast your eyes to the heavens in the name of art. I could send a card, but I believe you know it's just another show, another show. And all the time and the tears and blood are like a stream that flows free from the mud. And when it's over and we've turned to dust, they'll say you wore the laurel for the rest of us. I used to be the best, I used to be the champ. Now I pick through my past like a hungry tramp. When I meet your eyes above the oil drum flame, see the price of fame, the price of fame. I'm gonna raise a glass tonight to you up there, from some hotel bedspread in my underwear. could say it's luck the way you got there first, but denial is the worst. It's the worst. And all the time and the tears and blood are like a stream that flows free from the mud. And when it's over and you've turned to dust, they'll say you wore the laurel for the rest of us. Spartacus, Spartacus, you must leave now, take what you need, you think will last, and whatever you wish to keep, you better grab it fast. It's February, the world is wearing shorts, the world is wearing its heart on its sleeve. There's bad news to report, but the president can't read. Here comes a judge, here comes a preacher, here comes an artist on a big white steed. Call out the guard, call up a teacher, 'cause the president can't read. The president can't read. They say they want to build a wall when all they need is a rope to hang our freedom from the highest tree. Hell hand card, need hope. The president can't read. The president can't read. They say the best is yet to come, and there's no shame in being dumb. They have the outfit and salute, the navy suit, the double thumb. They're two-way guy, one race and class. They want to buy back some old past. It smells like death, it smells like ass, a great woman once said. When they go low, we go higher power. Their regulation Jesus looks a little like the singer from Creed. Cap lock stuck, tower babble, damn the president can't read. The president can't read. The president can't read. We're really fucked now 'cause the president can't. Eastern world, it is exploding, violence flaring, bullets loading. You're old enough to kill, but not for voting. You don't believe in war, so what's that gun you're toting? And even the Jordan River's got bodies floating. The president can't read. Thank you. This one is called The Old Guys, Not That Old Guy. The Good Old Guy. Still taking risks, I keep my hand in a fist. Punch out the lights of the next so-and-so. Had my eyes on the prize when it was time to revise. I set my sights near the middle or somewhere below. I tip my hat to the old guys. Say thanks for that to the old guys. The bars are all closed these days 'cause nobody goes. They've moved on to a better address. Got got new work to do, or is it all follow through? Put down for glue when you lose that thump in the chest. I raise my glass to the old guys. They had some brass to the old guys, and made a past for the young ones to learn from. The old guys. Send up a prayer for my skin, that we can make it through life intact. The shit left to learn could fill infinity's urn. I've had my turn, but I keep burning on and on and on and back like the old guys. 'Cause I'm the spawn of the old guys. Keep laying track for the young ones to jump from. The old guys we become. The old guys, oh, it's done from the old guy till it's done. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. I'm going to wind this up now, and thank you so much to Tom and Jan and everybody, the Bop Shop, and just I really love Rochester. Yep, we'll end up here eventually, I'm sure. You know, fuck Cleveland, fuck Pittsburgh. You know. I've got this new album, and it's here on vinyl, CD. I've got a tea towel that I made, like a dish towel, but it's bigger than a dish towel somehow. In England, they call them tea towels, and that was something I designed and drew and got help printing. And but I made this book to go with the new album, The Old Guys, and because I've been working on a book for years, it feels like, and trying to learn to write, which is 10 times harder than making music. I have so much admiration for people who can like get it together and publish something. And so this is a little excerpt from the book I'm working on, and it's about when I moved to New York City in 1976 to go to Parsons School of Design, and we lived in the NYU dorms because Parsons didn't have dorms at the time, and it was big, bad, dangerous New York City in the 70s, had to live in a dorm. So this is called Bob. You ever been to CBGB? He was standing next to me at an NYU dorm mixer. Students in flared denim danced the hustle to Fly, Robin, Fly. The hairpins on the boys' yarmulkes catching the light from a disco ball. He puffed nervously on a Marlboro, and his voice reminded me a little of Ratso Rizzo, the Dustin Hoffman character from Midnight Cowboy. You ever been to CBGB? I shook my head no. He was my height, skinny, with dark frizzy hair and light olive skin. He wore a plain red t-shirt and black jeans. Black jeans, I said. Where'd he get them? I'd never conversed with a real New Yorker before and couldn't think what else to say. I also really, really wanted to know where to find those jeans. I noticed the boy had acne scars, just like me. He saw me looking at his cheeks. You try tetracycline, he asked. Everything, I said, and sighed. He nodded. Finally, somebody who understood. The DJ put on Good Times by Chic. Oh, I love this record, he said, twitching his shoulders to the beat. I was pleased he wasn't one of those death to disco types. Why did you have to choose one type of music over another? I moved my shoulders too, then my hips, and then we were dancing. I looked into his brown eyes, darker than any brown I'd ever seen. By the time the record ended, I was in love. Bob. He was from Long Island, exotically, thrillingly Jewish. He chain-smoked, took Valium, loved Lou Reed, even when he hated him. A suburban version of my Harriet the Spy New York City fantasies, Bob was an only child who'd been coming into Manhattan to see shows since he was 13. He'd seen The Who, The Kinks, the New York Dolls at Club 82. He'd ridden the Cyclone roller coaster at Coney Island on acid. He talked about Hunter and Wagner, the guitarists in Lou Reed's band, as if they were close family members he had a problem with, but still cared for deeply. He grew moist-eyed over fluffy kittens, or Brian Eno, was adamant that the only egg creams worth drinking came from Gem Spa on 2nd Avenue. He'd quote Captain Beefheart in my ear, Webcore, Webcore, as if all of the wisdom of the universe was contained in that word. Everything he said was an education. The last time I saw Bob, he was standing at the side of the stage with a big smile on his face, and he gave me a wave. He had a Marlboro in his hand and a crazy look in his eye. And he seemed so excited for me that I wanted to cry. How can I tell how it was? Show you what it all means to me. He taught me about Lou Reed and the key of E. He knew what it is not to fit, but he didn't let it get him down. Sometimes when I drink an egg cream, I think I see him around. Oh, Bob, I've been wanting to thank you for so long. And Bob, I keep thinking about you when I hear this kind of song. Happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad. Here it comes again, another melody, and it never stops. Hope it never stops. Bob, I keep thinking about you, so I wrote this kind of song. Happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad. Oh, Bob, happy, sad, happy, sad. Thank you, Bob. Happy, sad, happy, sad. And then he took me to CBGB's. He walked into the party looking just like he had in the past. He came up to me and he didn't even have to ask. I tried to say something, he said, girl, shut your mouth. The playing Papa was a Rolling Stone. Last night I was dancing with Joey Ramone. He was cool in his leather jacket and his little dark shades. He started dancing around, I tried to copy every move he made. When I reached for his hand, he kind of brushed me off, and they played Hanging on the Telephone. Last night when I was dancing with Joey Ramone, they played The Worst That Could Happen by the Brooklyn Bridge. He hit me and it felt like a kiss. Glad all over, needles and pins. Be my baby again and again. By the shadows of night, he's so fine and I feel alright. Charlie Brown can't sit down. We were dancing around and around. Well, I closed my eyes for a minute and then he was gone. The room looked different, but the music kept playing on and on and on and on. When I woke up today, I had a song in my head. I wanna go home. They played it last night when I was dancing with Joey Ramone. Whoa. Last night I was dancing with Joey Ramone. Last night I was dancing with Joey Ramone. Last night I was dancing with Joey Ramone. 1, 2, 3, 4. So much for coming tonight. This is going to be my last one, and I really There'll never be another you. There'll never be another you. One off. There'll never be another you. There'll never be another you, one off. And when we all get together, we can laugh about the things you said. You made this cruel world better, made me wish that you could be my dad. The way you talked, how it sounded, it was deep, it was nothing at all. When you called, you called, you called, you called, you called, you called. There'll never be another you. There'll never be another you. One off. There'll never be another you. There'll never be another you. One off. And when I look at your picture, I can feel it like I felt back then. If you said that it mattered, well it did, yeah, I remember when. The day we met, you were older, you had lived, you were halfway through. And you knew, you knew, you knew, you knew, you knew, you knew. Don't have to go to the mountain like the mountain, you were already there. And you cared, you cared, you cared, you cared, you cared, you cared. There'll never be another you. 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 Thank you very much. Well, I just went to Cleveland, and I spent a short time living there, and I didn't know why was I getting all choked up driving around in Cleveland, and then I realized it was the last place that I lived with my daughter before she went off on her own, before she went off to college, and so I just, I texted her a picture of a restaurant we used to go to, and so I'm going to play this one thinking about, when your kids are teenagers, it just seems like it's going to go on forever, and then you just can't believe it's over. Don't forget that if you have a younger kid. And I took a walk in a small town Sunday morning just to see what was going on. Sat watching two guys fishing in the river running through like there was nothing wrong, nothing wrong. They had their lines in the water 10 feet apart. Beer guts, t-shirts, me with my heavy heart. Don't have religion, but I'm trying to pray. And I never liked fishing, but I wanted to stand up and say, hey, I love you, you're perfect, don't ever change, don't ever change. Hey, I love you, you're perfect, don't ever change. Picked my daughter up at school last week. She had her headphones on, she barely said hello, and all I wanted was to hug her, smother her with kisses, but I was cool, like hi there, how did it go? She had chip nail polish writing on her hand. She was nodding her head to her favorite band, staring into space like she was all alone. But I didn't take it personal, it meant that I was home, and I said, hey, I love you, you're perfect, don't ever change, don't ever change. Hey, I love you, you're perfect, don't ever change, don't ever change. everything that's good in this world. There's a lot that's good in this world. I saw my baby sitting there at the breakfast table, his hair a mess and he forgot to shave. And I wish that he would get up, make it all better, stop drinking so much, learn how to behave. Then the radio was playing a Chuck Berry song. He was looking at me, asking what was wrong. I made a list of the things I could say, but he gave me a wink and it all went away. I told him, hey, I love you, you're perfect, don't ever change, don't ever change. Hey, I love you, you're perfect, don't ever change, don't ever change.